Tanya Washington, a professor of law at Georgia State University College of Law, and she joins us live from Atlanta in Georgia. Great to have you on the program. Welcome to you. Now, this story is fascinating because, as I just said, there's been a lot of parallels to the case of Rachel Dolezal. What has been the reaction now in the US?
Well, it's not as uncommon as one might think. And what's interesting is one has to go back to the definition of race, which is not a biological one, but a social construct. And we have Black people who look like Rachel Dolezal and look like Professor Jessica Krug. There are Black people who are very dark with more African features, a broader nose, broader lips. And there are Black people who have been classified as Black under the laws of the United States who look like Professor Krug.
It's a very interesting point you make there, that it is not as uncommon as one might think. And she is a university professor. Why would she do this?
Well, she explained, and she didn't offer it as an excuse, but she said that mental health issues motivated her to assume an identity that was not real. My issue is that she took advantage of some financial opportunities by posing as a Black person that would have been available to other Black people. And she acknowledges that in her post. She appropriated the culture, she misappropriated Blackness and used it to advance her career. She teaches in the African American Studies Department at George Washington University, which is a leading university. She could have done the work that she was doing, the research and the teaching, as a white woman. But doing it as a Black woman provided her with certain opportunities that were therefore lost to real Black professors who are doing this work.
And Tanya, why do you think she came forward with this honesty now? Because with the case of Rachel Dolezal, it was her parents who outed her. But this is her coming out herself.
Well, when I read her post, what I found interesting was that it seemed that she just became aware of some of the childhood trauma and the connection between that trauma to what is going on, the lie that she has been living. So I'm wondering if perhaps she was getting mental health care and finally decided as part of her healing process that she wanted to be honest and truthful about who she is. But let's just be clear. Race is not a biological reality. It is a social construct with social, economic, and political consequences that are significant. And what she did was to take advantage of those and to use her privilege as a white woman to take advantage of those opportunities. I'm glad she came forward. I don't think she's the last woman who's out there or man who's passing as Black. We should expect to see more of these stories as people begin their healing process.
And Tanya, if I may ask this, how do you feel as a Black woman when you hear a story like this?
Well, you know, I can't understand it outside of the context of the fact that race is a construct. It's something that we've made up. I mean, you go to Brazil, there are 119 different races. I was there with my son and my mother. We're all 3 different shades of Black, and we were considered 3 different races. So we've created a construct. But when we know what the rules are and we misidentify ourselves purposefully, then we're doing racial violence. We're perpetuating this the racism that her work stands in opposition to.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much. Very insightful. Thanks for your expertise. Tanya Washington, Professor of Law at Georgia State University College of Law. Thank you.